Hold on. Look at yourself. You walk into a mall. KFC has a line of 20 people. The burger place next door, empty. The kebab spot, empty. Same product. Fried meat, same price, same people. And you, like a zombie, join that line. You think you decided that yourself? You think you just suddenly wanted some chicken? Seriously? For 2 years, a team of psychologists, neuromarketers, and data analysts has been working on you, with salaries that would make your jaw drop. And this whole army of professionals had exactly one goal: to drag your ass into that exact line, on that exact day, at that exact hour, and they won. Again. I'm about to break down, piece by piece, how they screw you over every single time you walk under that red and white sign, and after this video you'll either start seeing the system, or you'll keep chewing your bucket with the feeling that you've been caught red-handed. Let's go. KFC today is more than 30,000 restaurants in 150 countries, from Tokyo to Lagos, from Lima to London. It's the second biggest fast food chain in the world after McDonald's. And here's the million-dollar question. Chicken is the simplest product on earth. People fry it everywhere. Your grandma fries chicken. The diner down the street fries chicken. Any random spot can buy chicken and throw it in some oil. So why do people stand in line specifically here? Maybe they really do put something in it? Okay, let's chase the rumors. The legendary 11 herbs and spices of Colonel Sanders. The company guards this recipe like the Pentagon guards nuclear codes. Seriously. The original piece of paper sits in a vault at headquarters in Louisville. The vault is encased in concrete. Cameras watch it 24/7. Only a handful of people in the world know the recipe, and they're never allowed to fly on the same plane in case it goes down. Sounds insane, but it's true. But here's the kicker. In 2016, Colonel Sanders' nephew showed the Chicago Tribune an old family notebook. The recipe was inside. The journalists cooked the chicken using it and couldn't tell it apart from real KFC. So the secret isn't a secret anymore. Salt, pepper, paprika, garlic, ginger, mustard, thyme, basil, oregano, sage, white pepper. That's it. No magic. No mystery ingredient. So what's actually going on? Here's the thing. You're not buying chicken. You're buying a ritual. KFC marketers figured out something a long time ago that the average business owner never gets. People don't eat food. People eat emotions, status, and memories. The red and white colors, not an accident. Red triggers appetite and pushes you to act faster. White signals cleanliness and trust. Almost every major fast food chain uses this combo. Coincidence? I don't think so. Then there's Sanders on the logo, the friendly old man with glasses. He doesn't look like a corporation. He looks like your uncle inviting you over for dinner, even though behind him stands Yum! Brands, a company worth tens of billions of dollars. Notice the bait and switch? And you know what? That's not even the wild part. KFC spends millions of dollars just to make you hear that crunch. You know the one. When you bite into a wing and it cracks. They specifically amplify that sound in commercials, because crunch in your brain equals freshness, pleasure, reward. The smell coming out of the restaurant, that's a whole separate game. A lot of KFC locations pump the smell of fried chicken right out onto the street. It's not a bug, it's a feature. You walk by, your stomach growls, you walk in. Done. Your stomach made the decision before you did. Now let's talk economics. This is where it gets juicy. Do you know how much it actually costs to make a bucket of chicken? The cost is pennies. Wholesale chicken is dirt cheap. Oil, flour, spices, pennies. Packaging, pennies. They sell it to you at full price. The margins are massive because you're not paying for the product, you're paying for the brand, for that red box, for the kernel, for the line you stood in. You're paying for the fact that when you post a photo of that bucket on Instagram, everyone instantly knows what's in it. It's recognizable, it's middle-class status, cheap but branded. KFC is a luxury handbag for people who can't afford a real luxury handbag. Harsh? Yeah. But it's true. And here's where it gets really funny. KFC chicken isn't even the best. That's not my opinion. There are dozens of blind taste tests in the US, UK, Australia. They blindfold people and have them try chicken from different chains. Want to know who consistently loses? KFC. Seriously. In most blind tests, first place goes to Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Bojangles. When Popeyes dropped their chicken sandwich in 2019, people literally fought in line for it, like actual fistfights. Police had to break it up. So why didn't Popeyes take over the world but KFC did? Popeyes has about 4,000 restaurants, Chick-fil-A has about 3,000, KFC has over 30,000, 10 times more, and that's with chicken that's objectively average. How? Here's how. Money. In 2023 alone, Yum! Brands, KFC's parent company, dumped over $800 million into advertising. In 1 year, $800 million. To make sure you see that red and white bucket on Instagram, on YouTube, on billboards, in movies, on TikTok, on some influencer's t-shirt, everywhere. For comparison, that's the entire annual budget of a small country. Get the scale? And want to know where they've been spending a huge chunk of that money lately? On sound. Go on YouTube, pull up any KFC ad from the last couple years, and close your eyes. What do you hear? A crunch. Slow, juicy, layered crunch of breading breaking apart, oil sizzling, sauce dripping, whispers, the exact sound of a wing pulling off the bone. This is no accident. This is ASMR marketing. And KFC is one of the pioneers of this genre in fast food. What is ASMR? It's when certain sounds trigger a pleasure response in your brain. Goosebumps, relaxation, craving. Millions of people fall asleep to videos of someone whispering into a mic or crunching on chips. KFC took that effect and shoved it straight into their commercials. They hire sound engineers from the film industry. They record the crunch on studio mics that cost tens of thousands of dollars. A single shot of a wing breaking apart can cost more than filming a whole scene with actors. Why? Because you can scroll past the visuals. But sound goes straight into your brain. You're scrolling TikTok. A KFC ad pops up. You're not even watching. Your phone is playing in the background while you do the dishes. But your brain hears that crunch. And 2 hours later, you suddenly decide, hey, maybe I'll order some chicken. Yeah, sure you decided. Now let's bring it home. You're walking through your city. You see a local chicken place, Chicken House or Mike's Grill. Their chicken is fresher. They cook it in front of you. It's 30% cheaper. The owner is your neighbor feeding his family with that business, and you walk right past it, straight to KFC. Why? Because Mike's Grill doesn't have $800 million for ads. They don't have a sound engineer recording crunch on a studio mic. They don't have a colonel on a logo. They don't have 40 years of global expansion behind them. All they have is chicken, and turns out, that's not enough. Local businesses don't lose because they're worse. They lose because they can't outshout the corporate megaphone. This isn't competition, this is execution. And one more thing. The modern human lives in a state of chronic exhaustion. Hundreds of decisions every day. What to wear, what to text, where to go, what to watch. Your brain is fried. When the brain is fried, it picks what's familiar, not the best, the familiar. KFC equals familiar, same everywhere. In Tokyo, in London, in Istanbul, same taste, same bucket, same feeling. This isn't food, this is anesthesia for decision fatigue. Corporations pay psychologists and neuromarketers hundreds of millions of dollars to figure out exactly when you get tired and how to catch you in that moment. So, do they put something in the chicken? Yes, but not in the chicken, in your head. The color, the sound, the smell, the ritual, the nostalgia for a colonel you never met alive, the ASMR crunch piping through your headphones, they're not selling you food, they're selling you a fleeting feeling that you've got it all under control, that you've earned this, that today is a special occasion. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just how the system works, and once you can see it, you stop being its free fuel. If you made it this far, it means you're not just chewing whatever they put in front of you, you're asking questions. And on this channel, we ask questions like this every week, about money, about brands, about how corporations reach into your pocket through your emotions. Stick around, it's about to get a lot heavier.